Well, hello, and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. Ah, yes, I did this. Not this, but you know, the damn it. Actually, that's the wrong one. Where is it? I guess it's gone. But it's planar extraction. Anyway. Let's use it up. I'm gonna go for abundance.
Don't worry, little Cass.
The dead return! Receive divinity.
Root here. As you wish. Embrace a new life.
Bloom. Receive divinity. The dead return!
May death protect us! Root here. Delivering warmth! Hiding the west wind!
Anyway, the agenda for today is writing the damn book.
Bloom.
As well.
As you wish.
Receive divinity.
I can't remember what the other thing is.
The dead return!
Writing the damn book. That's all I remember, actually. Writing the book.
Bloom.
Root here.
Receive divinity.
Well, obviously there's also a Trailblaze quest.
As you wish.
I'm trying to remember any
Bloom.
Embrace a new life.
world quests I have to do. I can't remember.
The dead return!
May death protect us! Root here. Hiding the west wind. Away we go!
Receive divinity.
As you wish.
Bloom. The dead return! Receive divinity.
Root here. As you wish. Embrace a new life.
Bloom. Receive divinity. The dead return!
May death protect us! Root here.
I underestimated you.
Delivering warmth! Hiding the west wind. Away we go! As you wish.
Bloom. Receive divinity. Repay. The dead return! Bloom.
Root here.
Receive divinity. Repay.
As you wish.
Bloom.
Embrace a new life.
The dead return!
May death protect us! Root here. Lighting the West Wind. Away we go!
Receive divinity.
As you wish.
Castress is very much a good addition. I know she works well with Yasin, but I got Lorcha now, so I don't need her. So I'll definitely skip Yasin. I'm looking forward for Phanon. You know, Kevin, or you know, the black-clad swordsman. Secret ceremony, gotta do that, of course. Same spot, of course. I just gotta get there. Amphibious. Ah yes. The idea was to talk to everyone. I'll talk to Triby last. Sure.
It's still early. Where to now?
Ah yes, this. She was talking about another character, I can't remember the name.
The golden threads foretold your arrival, esteemed guest.
Have you come to rest? I'm fucking sick of this fucking golden thread shit. I wish to discuss some things with you. Ask as you please. There are times when speaking from the heart can be even more relaxing than a good warm bath. Well, not both. Leading the flame chase journey must be exhausting. Dealing with the affairs of Okuma and being constantly on the move for the flame chase journey could perhaps be considered a tiring life. To me, however, it is no more than a daily routine that I have repeated for ages. The feeling of exhaustion is one that feels distant to me. I remember when I was young that I greedily snuck into the temple to eat the offerings of oatmeal. I was caught in the act and was punished. I stood in the temple until dawn. That night my muscles burned and my bones ached. That was when the sensation of exhaustion was truly burned into my bones. Even that gold weaver has embarrassing childhood stories. I can only imagine how delicious those oats must have been. They did indeed have a wonderful flavor that I have not enjoyed for a long time since. I remember my teachers cooked them the first time we met. They even added some Janus specialty ingredients. Teachers? You mean Tribbies? However, Janus perished in the Crassus War, and that delicious flavor has long since been lost. Since returning the core flame and becoming what people refer to as a demigod, sensations that were once deeply engraved on my heart have faded away like candle smoke. This heart that bears the destiny of this world has also grown cold. Perhaps soon not even bathing will bring me joy any longer. That's the price of being a god. What are your hobbies, Lady Aglaia? As you can see, I enjoy bathing. Although I rarely experience fatigue, the feeling of heaviness in my body from my busy life does accumulate endlessly. I come to the baths periodically to relieve this burden. Tailoring is also a passion of mine, weaving warp and weft to create costumes befitting the beauty of this world brings me a precious feeling of satisfaction. However, I have extremely high requirements for the quality of garments. My works that meet my standards are few and far between. The rest are all discarded. Like those, marionettes? These rejected items always inexplicably end up flowing into Okima's clothing market. They're tagged with my name and auctioned for high prices to be added to some aristocrat's collection. Though I do not like this, I cannot forbid it. They can do as they please. Would you make clothes for others? Please rate my clothing. I can see that you are a person of fine bearing, Lady Cascade. This is no satire or flattery. The disparities of aesthetics lie in the choices of clothing, not the wearers, while their differences of beauty are among the wearers, not their choices of clothing. What even saying? Even the most eye-catching finery when draped across the body of a person with an evil heart cannot conceal their ugliness. By contrast, their completely unremarkable clothing is paired with someone who resonates perfectly. It can create a spectacular image. So you're saying I'm the latter. So you're saying my clothes are shit. Alright. When it comes to your clothing, I can naturally point out countless flaws in simply the material and craftsmanship. But by following the golden thread, I can sense the romance in it. Convoluted but not chaotic, like a bustling crossroad that is never stalled with traffic. I am confident that it would be impossible for me to create anything that would be more suited to your glory. Yeah, that means we're not getting skins. What do you think of the crosshairs? Over the many long years since the Era Bellica, there have been countless people, Titankins and crosshairs who have formed bonds of destiny with myself, Okima, and the Titans. Which ones are you referring to? The new god of strife, Mighty. He decided to accept the core flame of the Lance of Fury, ended the dynasty of Kremnos with an unquestionable royal decree, and brought his people a new future of glory. Interestingly, the phrase "May Mightymost protect you" has started to appear in the conversations of Kremnoans. Now remaining alone at Castrum Kremnos and holding back the entirety of the Black Tide, Mightymost has undoubtedly earned the title of Guardian Amphorius in the hearts of the people. Tribute Trinon and Trian. After you bid farewell to Trian, has your impression of my teacher changed? They are not as carefree as they appear. Before Trian's loss, merciless fate had already brought them countless similarly sad partings, yet my teacher's steps never faltered. May we all, as my teacher hopes, reunite with the many departed at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring. Castris, the one with a mysterious backstory. Now that you've spent time with her, you must have noticed that Castris cherishes life and loves living far more than most. For someone like her to bear the curse of death, it's nothing short of a cruel joke by fate. As for her backstory, why not ask her directly? She's not the kind to easily refuse others. Other crosshairs. My almost doppelganger Phanon. The perfect hero. To this day, that is still the opinion I have of Phanon, as the most perfect crosshair. He is fated to bear the heavy fate of saving the world in the flame-chased journey. Although he could not bear Nikador's core flame, that does not mean he lacks the qualifications. His destiny will rise like the blazing sun in the near future. You lot's great performer, Anaxa. Anaxagoras the Fool, one of the 7 sages of the Grove, who engages in heretical alchemical research and acts with reckless arrogance, loving to spew nonsense with abandon. The grudge between the Gold Weaver and the Sage of Nusporism needs no concealment. However, what I've described is not prejudice, but rather the image of him most widely known in the public eye. His true nature? That's for you to judge. Hyacinth, whose smile is really sweet. The last time I introduced Hyacinth to you, I mentioned she is the chief healer of the Twilight Courtyard. But in truth, she is also the heir and manager of this organization. The Twilight Courtyard has existed for a long time, though it faded into obscurity with the decline of the Sky People. Hyacinth has brought this name back into the world, healing others with her gentleness and light. She must be carrying her own deep dreams and aspirations. I know everyone well, there's nothing we more need to know. Okay, very nice. I think Final's just standing around here. Hello.
Whether it's a guide, a mercenary, or a friend you need, I can fulfill all roles.
Hey there, partner. Must have been tough for you lately. Sure enough, you've been writing your own epic in Amphorius. Let's keep on chasing that flame together, you and me. Did you come looking for me because there's something urgent you need help with? I'm ready anytime. Want to chat with you? Of course. Anything you'd like to talk about? Have any hobbies? There are quite a lot of things I enjoy, but as for what I'd call a hobby, I'm afraid only fighting and treasure appraisal make the cut. Fighting? Now we're talking. Treasure appraisal? Really? Didn't expect that one from you. Don't sell me short like that. I studied treasure appraisal with Mr. Theodoros for a long time, and I've made some good progress. I'm on my way to being an expert. Still far from me. Aside from maintaining my weapons, most of my modest daily expenses go toward it. It's not that I'm particularly fond of collecting antiques. Practicing appraisal requires buying lots of items that might or might not be genuine. But perhaps due to my bad luck, I often end up with a whole sack full of fakes. Maybe it just means he sucks at appraisals. Are there many Crassus heirs in the prophecy? Yes, partner, they are. The prophecy speaks of way more than one. 12 Crassus heirs in total. Each a hero capable of returning the core flames and inheriting the divinity of the Titans. Of course, 12 Titans, 12 Crassus heirs. But you're the only one called the Deliverer. But there don't seem to be 12 of you right now. Aglaia once said, the flame chase is a journey of constant loss. 1,000 years ago, another group of great Crassus heirs forged a blood pact and embarked on a journey to strike down the Titans. Perhaps it was fate at work. Though they succeeded in returning several core flames during the first flame chase journey, it ended in blood, tears, and failure. Crassus War. Those heroic predecessors laid the foundation for greatness with their lives, gave the people confidence and pointed the way forward. Though we can't see them, every time we head to the Vortex of Genesis or listen to the voices of the Titans, I can feel the spirits of our predecessors alongside us. About the Flame Reaver in your past. Do I look that fragile? It seems that every companion I've spent time with assumes I have a past so heavy it's hard to let go of. Honestly, it's not that bad. Before I encountered the Flame Reaver, I might have still been bound by that shadow. After all, as a child, I saw that tall black figure as cruel and invincible. But when I stood face to face with them, crossing blades, those buried fears and sorrows ignited into a surging battle spirit and anger. They're not just your enemy. They've already been defeated by us. That's right. With the combined strength of the heroes, we defeated it in Castrum Kremnos, with Mighty's final strike alone. Even if it managed to avoid complete annihilation, it must be gravely weakened. Still, we can't let our guard down. Before it returns, I'll sharpen my blade to protect my companions. At the very least, I won't let tragedies like what happened to Trian happen before my eyes again. That's all for now, let's chat next time. Sure, feel free to find me anytime. Alright, and Hyacinth's down here. Is there any more? I don't think so.
I'm here to bring healing light to the world.
Ah, Crane, what a gorgeous sunny day. Think carefully, you're here to soak up some sun too, aren't you? Or perhaps, is there something on your mind that you want to talk about? I just want to chat with you. Sure, I'd love to talk with you too, Gray. What kind of organization is the Twilight Courtyard? The Twilight Courtyard. Once it was a healing haven for bridging day and night, where the descendants of the sky coexisted in harmony. But over the long years, war and the Black Tide and countless disasters and shadows stole its radiance, and eventually it dissolved and faded away. After Amphorius fell into eternal night, I rebuilt the Twilight Courtyard in the Grove. I wanted to recreate that heart-healing courtyard, but maybe I'm just too much of a worrywart. I can't help but try to address everyone's physical ailments whenever they visit. I hope that they're renewed both in body and spirit when they leave. And so everyone started treating the Twilight Courtyard like a clinic and calling me the Chief Healer. Everyone really likes you in your courtyard. I'd like to hear more about the history of the old Twilight Courtyard. The story of the old Twilight Courtyard. That'll be a very long tale. Way too long, in fact. Let's save it for another time, okay, Gray? What do you enjoy doing, Hyacinth? I think my normal everyday life is what I really enjoy. Close your eyes and imagine this. A courtyard with rustling leaves and a cool breeze. Shimmering ornaments and fluffy cushions are scattered everywhere, while the dining table is laid with delicious sugary preserves and warm, soothing tea. A soft glimmering ray of light streams in from the skylight above. It's not blinding, but just bright enough to fill the entire courtyard. And there you are with your friends, in this fairy tale scene, chatting freely, sharing your worries and easing the fatigue plaguing each other's minds and souls. Feel warm and fuzzy. Just can't picture that. It feels like a dream. Really? Actually, many who first hear about the Twilight Courtyard think it's just a lovely dream too. But that's not a bad thing, because when they finally see the courtyard for themselves, they're in for a wonderful surprise. It's like their dream has come true. Recently, I've been wandering around Okima, looking for the perfect spot to rebuild the Twilight Courtyard. When it's ready, Gray, be sure to visit often, okay? Where's Amphoria and healing like? Oh, Gray, you're actually interested in the art of medicine too? Seems like you really are a great fit for us. In the ancient era Chrysia, everyone had endless immortal lifespans. It wasn't until Thanatos descended that illness, suffering, and death arrived. Those who feared pain detested it and sought to overcome it became the first healers in our world. They started from nothing, slowly learning how to treat injuries and ailments. Over millennia, the healers wandering the land accumulated a wealth of reliable knowledge. If I were to summarize it for you, Gray, it'd be something like, for minor ailments, we use medicine to nurse them back to health. For serious injuries, we perform surgeries, and for those in critical condition, we invoke blessings. I know you come from a faraway land beyond the sky, Gray. Many people in other worlds heal the sick and wounded. With gourds, with banners, with coffins. Says Baiju. Banners. Ho-ho. Coffins. Locha. No, coffins. Coffins? I mean the large boxes where the deceased are laid to rest? I really can't imagine how coffins could be used to cure people. Catch you another time. Sure, I'll be happy to chat with you again, Gray. Yeah, I think that is it. Unless I can talk to Muddy again. I should be able to talk to him again. Where is his throne room? Now here it is. Just get rid of this. Perk. The fight was so thrilling I had to watch it back to back for 3 days straight, so I ended up falling asleep. It was such a rousing contest that I watched out until it got dark outside. Still got dark, but it's always dark. Dyed red slate. Isn't he here? No. He sits here, doesn't he? Of course. Come on! Bartholomew. He's ready to fight. Look at him. Look at him go. Oh, I was wondering what broke into such an uninhabited place. Just seeing you here, it all makes sense. Universal Street Rat at your service. You're allowed to be here, but I'm not. The young champs here in this place would not be so desolate and bleak. I used to come here all the time when this place was all the rage. Warriors from all over the world would gather for great ceremonies to engage in hand-to-hand combat, boxing, beast fighting, spear throwing, and a battle for glory with their lives, vying for the winner's crown and the benediction of Nicodor. Cast your spear into the earth and feed the soil its libations. Bards and poets compiled songs of the warriors' battles to the death. Unfortunately, the prosperity has long since passed, and these songs are rarely heard anymore. Once the beast cage broke and the beast flooded into the arena, the unarmed warriors were completely helpless. However, I had no fear and single-handedly caught them all one by one. So I got the title of the Horned Warrior. Will that sprout body of yours? Now that's a little far-fetched. Well, you don't believe me? Because I'm gonna have to prove my strength to you. I would have believed him. Damn it. Skill. Attack.
You chose the wrong
Ultimate.
enemy.
Life is not so fragile.
Eternal state.
Dead return!
Chill.
As you wish.
Repay. A blade knows no. Your end approaches. Failed to send you.
Embrace a new life.
Reach the end of the story.
Give my chest. Ah, you fight just like the criminals warriors of the past. Fine, I did take some creative liberty in the story I told you. It was actually me who opened that beast cage and herded the beast into the arena. Then I stole the glorious weapons while I was at it. Well, you got them all killed. Although it was truly a brilliant battle, the audience was packed with people all roaring and shouting. But that great buffoon Nigador enjoyed the show a lot too. Great buffoon.
Kratos. Mightimus, you did it. We did it. We have taken revenge for your mother. We have avenged Queen Gorgo. Now there is but one thing remaining. Put on the crown, fulfill your mother's wishes, and become the new king of Kremnos. I once vowed to your mother that I would give my life to protect your reign. Once you become king, I will be your iron wings. If you wish to unite Amphorius, I will always be the one who charges ahead of you into battle. Master, do not forget the position that we are currently in. I have not forgotten. We serve as the mercenary blade for the blonde usurper. We serve as the mercenary blade of the blonde usurper. Blonde usurper? Dependent on her for our existence. However, these days shall come to an end. Blonde usurper. I'm talking about Aglaya, are they? That moment is not now. I understand how you feel, young master. You just now killed your own father. It is to be expected that your emotions are complicated and heavy. However, standing on the body of your fathers, bathing in their blood, and then putting on the crown is a Kremnoan tradition that has continued for millennia. Master, let me ask you, did my mother really have such expectations of me? Did she wish for me to commit patricide, to steal the throne, and continue this endless conquest? Do not mention this matter again. I understand the situation. Now let us return to the city. We have far too many fallen soldiers to honor. I understand, young master. Please just allow me one final word. There are many like myself in the Kremnoan detachment who already see you as the new king. You need only give the order, and the Kremnoan detachment would raise their spears and give their lives for you. Do not let your mother or your people down, Mightimus. Stripes after glue. I wonder if there's anything I missed over here. I don't think so. But we shall see. Technically there should be no, I was about to say no black tide here, but they're not really black tide, are they? They're Nigador's warriors. $27 out of 28. I'll look for them in my own time. Grove of Epiphany. Hello, Black Tide.
Let's wait and see.
Is that all?
Your dare's approach. It's all mine. A love heart. Oh, how nice. The spear smashed the statue. Down before my power, puny human. Even those monsters dare not approach. How could you possibly... Oh wait, you actually come over. I'm sorry, I was just joking. Oh my, finding your way through the woods without getting lost? Impressive, impressive. We're old friends by now, and by the way, you handle Arnix's power so naturally. Maybe we've danced this dance 1,000 times before in their long memories. Don't flatter yourself. Take a guess. Why are you doing this eternal cycle conspiracy theory? Seeing this land ravished by a black tide, doesn't that remind you of the secret treasure in the desert? That's fine. I, Bartolos, love all uncertain things. The unknown treasures and chests, seeds that might sprout into anything, and that legendary cat that could be both dead and alive. Uncertainty holds the greatest wisdom, as great Zacharias used to say. Wisdom is the art of achieving what was impossible to you, and I hate games that are without wisdom. Cut the chatter, my stuff is off limits. What exactly is your relationship with Zagreus? As a spirit thief, I, Bartolos, am blessed to call the coin of whimsy both ancestor and friend. Rather obvious, no? Legend has it that the other titans tied a star to Zagreus to stop their pranks. Every time Zagreus escaped through the sky, the thief's star would mark their trail. But here's the trick. Zagreus attached a star to a stone. So whenever they wanted to do mischief, they'd simply toss the rock. Sending the Titans on a wild chase after the thief star while missing what's right under their noses. Tell you what, I wasn't really after this seed anyway, so consider it yours. Just remember, the grove's paths often lead you in, but not back out. Mind you, don't lose your way. Winter molesting. Here you go, the seed. Oh, there we go. Excuse me. Shape of Gallet Moon.
Is that all?
Textbook design. Are you trying to go for a Dark Souls type of map design? Probably, right? There's no one here. Just pull back. Why is this piece of shit thingy here? Yes. Why I have so much trouble with that? Oh my god. See ya.
Is that all?
Oh yeah, also gonna look for Anaxagoras. I don't know where he is. I think he's at the Memorial Palace on the outer ring here.
It's still early. Where to now?
It would make sense that he'll be in the library. But I think he's here. I don't know, I think I saw him here before or something. No?
Let's start talking.
Okay, I'll go to the library first. Where is the library? Library. It's over around here, right there.
Oh, Footloose, protect me.
I don't see him. Maybe he's not here after all. I don't know where he is.
Or maybe he's with Triby, because I haven't seen him anywhere else. This area has been allotted to the scholars for academic lectures and debates. People will contribute their own wisdom to Alchemist's future, or be engaged in fervent debate on whether cheese should be placed on grilled meat wraps. Of course, teachers stand tirelessly, expounding their learnings, yet their students lackadaisically sit below the podium, their eyes glazed. Isn't that somewhat tragic? This issue has been effectively improved in Okuma. We are on the venue's reservation list. Next lecture, the possibility of Georios and Thanatos being a singular entity, and its argumentation. Decided a drawing of Jomus' doubtful face, along with a remark that reads Boulder Dash. No, Trinon.
Little Treeby, be a good girl and open the door.
The holy city. Everyone loves this place. No matter how much everyone loses or how many farewells everyone endures, as long as humanity can still see Okuma's daylight, the future will always be bright.
Oh, she doesn't have much dialogue. Okay, she's probably gonna die. Hey, Truby.
Little Treeby, be a good girl and open the door.
Ah, little Gray. We've come to the garden to relax too. The scenery here is beautiful. We often come here when feeling overwhelmed. I want to chat with you, Truby. No problem. What would you like to discuss, little Gray? Do you want to hear our song of prophecy again? I want to hear stories of your travels. Of course, we've traveled the world for thousands of years. Each of us has countless rich and fascinating experiences. What kind of story would you like to hear, little Gray? Nah, shit. I want to hear about Truby's experiences. We remember that when we left Yanosopolis, we still held the spindle of our homeland in our hands. Back then, we were so naive, thinking that as demigods we could use the spindle to spin threads of destiny and tie our friends together. But that spindle was lost in war. Our journey wasn't much smooth either. Not a single Crossos heir was willing to heed our call. Worse still, there were villains who imprisoned us in a cell until Saridra found us. It was she who united the Crossos heirs and turned the prophecy into law. I wish I could introduce her to you, but alas, that opportunity is long gone.
Well, she's dead.
Master Truby, I want to learn how to use the sentry gate. I want to hear about Trinon's experiences. Trinon is quiet and intellectual. Long ago, when we left Yanosopolis together, she carried a small stone tablet, hoping to convey her knowledge and ideals to all the Crossos heirs who answered the call. At first, she encountered a group of kind-hearted bards who protected her as they traveled across many lands. However, mortal lives are fragile, and 100 years later she was alone again. For that time, she spoke even less than before.
Trian.
Little Gray, there's no need to hesitate. We're no longer that sad. We've already held a farewell ceremony for Trian. If we don't turn our toes toward the future, Trian will feel sad and even angry. Back to the topic. Trian was the bravest among us. When she first set out, she held a small wooden sword, huffing and puffing as she dreamed of taking down a titan herself. Sadly, it didn't go so well. She was chased by several Titankins all the way from Ladon to Epos in a thrilling escape. But Trian proudly told us that it was precisely because of those experiences, being chased by the Kins and repeatedly forced to use Sentry Gate, that she became the most skilled gatekeeper among us. Master Triby, I want to learn how to use the Sentry Gate. Ambitious, little Grey, but it's impossible for ordinary folks to understand how to use the Sentry Gate.
I already teleport everywhere.
That being said, you took one look at Oronix's miracle and learned how to use it. That should have been equally impossible. Could Chibi be wrong? And you are a genius all along, little Gray? Alright, it's decided. We will teach you how to use the sentry gate. Let's create some miracle. Little Gray, please call out the gate of infinity from the bottom of your heart. Feel the wavering of space and listen to the distant murmurs in your ears. Then, cast out the power that you sense, like it's a net. Open! Ha! Space bomb! I cannot feel it. Shall I use a space anchor? What is that? Is it some kind of miracle of Yanis that we do not know about? It seems that learning to use the sentry gate is a bit too difficult for you now, little Gray. Don't be disheartened. You're already amazing. We know that you will become a great hero of Amphorius even without the power of the sentry gate. About your past. Little Gray, you've traveled with Trinon to the past Yanosopolis and seen our past, haven't you? Whatever Trinon has seen and heard, we also sense. Those dusty memories buried beneath the weight of time have been polished by Arnix and now shine brightly once more. About your mother. Our mother. Memories of her are our most treasures. Our most treasures? Okay. Yet also the easiest to lose. Those days she spent with us were so beautiful that we hardly dared to immerse ourselves in them. But memories left untouched for too long become blurred. When one finally tries to recall them, they return only fleetingly on rare nights, like a gentle kiss or reunion in our dreams. For instance, someone once asked us about the 5-petal flower we wear. We racked our brains, but no matter how hard we tried, we just couldn't remember its meaning. Thanks to you, little Gray, we finally realized that this 5-petal flower is deeply connected to our mother. Ah, little Gray, you might not know. Our mother's name is Mortis, and this flower we wear is named after her. In the legends of Yanosopolis, this flower symbolizes longing, gratitude, and love that transcends time and space. Not the rose myrtle. About Tribios. The one with 3 lives. Time's erosion meant we have almost forgotten this original name. Yet after crossing countless gates and enduring splits and fractures, we are no longer the Tribios we once were. 1,000 years later, as if fate quietly decreed it, there are only 3 Crassus heirs continuing the flame chase journey and bearing the divinity of Yanis. They are Tribi, Trinon, and Trian, who wait silently on this other shore. About what happened to Yanosopolis afterward. After we left Yanosopolis, the darkness that shrouded the city grew heavier. The holy maidens who succeeded us endured even stricter control, such as the current Oracle Dream Mother, who resides in Okima. We don't know if the suffering of our homeland was our fault or if it was a calamity brewing in secret for a long time. Nor do we know what kind of emotions we should harbor toward our homeland. But many years later, when we heard of Yanosopolis' final downfall and how it twisted into the dim abyss it is today, we couldn't help but revisit the place several times. Let's not dwell on it for now. Little Gray, you're right. Looking back in the past every now and then is meant to draw strength from those who hold dear. But if one indulges too much in the past, one will lose sight of the path ahead. Let's talk. Okay, sure. See you tomorrow is such a wonderful blessing. See you tomorrow, little Gray. Okay, I might just look up where Anaxagoras is. Because I don't see him anywhere. HSR and next location. Other people can't seem to find him.
Nice.
Yeah, he's not on the map. Alright. That saves me some time. Well, it should have saved me even more time, but whatever. Not this. Secret ceremony. Unexpectedly, you come across an ancient scroll in Okuma detailing a mystical ceremony. Follow the instructions carefully and gather all the necessary materials. One will be summoned at a designated location. Food. Hey, a chest.
Looks good.
Hopefully it doesn't trigger the main quest. I think that's it right there with the Trian. The tree trunk is engraved with the mark of Circes. As so many years have passed, only a thin layer of the original engraving remains, making it hard to notice at first sight. Comparing the location with the scroll's script, you're certain that this is the location for the mysterious ceremony. There's nothing strange about the dirt beneath you. Perhaps the countless ceremonies performed here before have hardened the earth. Bury the offerings by the tree roots. There's some trash. Mystical black soil. Oh shit. Mystical seeds. And mystical filter. Some trash. As you are hit by a bizarre fluctuation of energy, your head feels a little faint. Ah. Could it be the ceremony is a success? You find it hard to believe as you look at the object that has suddenly appeared before you, suspended in midair. Now anyway, there's this. I gotta check this out first. Castorus. Listen. That's correct, Honorable Chrysos Heir. I implore you to grant this pitiful creature its death. Due to an error in the way we have nurtured it, as a defect that cannot be repaired. As things stand, it has lost at most 15 days. Has at most 15 days left to live. What's more, it will be in endless agony for the entirety of its short existence. A plant? You hear them too, right? Those pitiful screams. Alright, as you wish. I just want to know, why did you allow it to be born? Every being that goes extinct does so for a reason, and it is difficult to undo. By relying on these seeds, you are only creating, and you are not allowing the dead to return. Because perhaps this way it does not have to face nature. Before it went extinct, these creatures spent a long time in captivity. They were the most common source of meat in this land. Meat? Source of meat? They are returning to the world just to die once more? Yes. Lady Chrysos Heir, are you blaming me for this? No. Perhaps this creature and I are one and the same. Please move aside. I'll bring an end to its suffering. Big city anecdotes. Maybe it wasn't a plant, maybe it was a creature. Oh well. Gene Bank. Alchemist's Gene Bank archives the information of organisms that went extinct during the apocalypse. When this trailblazing expedition ends, they may perhaps resurface across the cosmos once more. Many among your friends will be quite interested in that. I think it's just Ron May. Hard to say that she's a friend either. Confused disciple. A number of voices begin to sound through your ears. Their words sound muffled, as if they have traveled a great distance. Another follower bearing offerings in search of wisdom. They have brought the blessings of the three titans, Giorios, the soul that nurtures all living beings, Fagusa, the ever-reaching springs that bring life. Seeds of Circes. Those will absorb all nutrients until they blossom and bear fruit. The golden fruit on the wisdom tree. We stand in its shelter, you and me. But where's the golden fruit, Circes? Why must you taunt your loyal disciples like this? Shh, quiet. You must not disrespect the gods.
I understand completely. This tree has grown too old. So old that it has come to the end of its life.
What do you mean? Where can I get this golden fruit? The voice has fallen to complete silence, leaving your question unanswered. But you quickly understand what has happened. Long ago, the disciples of Ceres would draw some kind of power from this tree. However, after countless ceremonies, even the tallest tree of the past grows old, and unable to meet the demand of insatiable ceremonies. You have no idea how long it has been, but this ceremony was eventually either abandoned or forgotten, and the disciples of Ceres very rarely attempted it again. That is until your arrival. However, the tree no longer has anything to give you. The tree roots push a few items towards you, as if trying to leave them at your feet. As you raise your head to look at the tree, the painted eyes engraved on its trunk seem to be both looking at you and staring off at some broken alien vision. The rotten offerings you gave have also disappeared into thin air as if they never even existed. Fruitless tree. Coolio. Alright. Only one thing left to do. And that's to get the blessing. What am I getting today? Onyx? I'll take it. Investigate. Trevios's memory has unveiled the very first prophecy. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. Only one shall live to the end, and they alone will witness Era Nova. If I take Onyx's trial, will the prophecy come to pass for me as well? Regardless, I must give Aglaia an answer. Ah yes. I might have taken the core flame some time ago.
Ah, it's you, Cass. I finished the anthology of poems you lent me. Here it is.
I thought you'd be too preoccupied to find time for reading.
Precisely because of these obligations, I felt compelled to read it swiftly.
Wouldn't all these preoccupations slow your pace?
On the contrary, knowing that time is limited can push one to overcome their limitations. The weight of these responsibilities seems to have enhanced my reading efficiency.
Why don't you just have an audiobook?
Completely. During my time at the Grove, the closer exams drew, the more efficient I became at tackling everyday mundane tasks. Anything but my actual studies.
Precisely. As I remember, you and Phainon were both disciples of the new Sporists. I assume that Anaxa's exams were as unreasonable as the man himself.
And
Correct.
Phainon as well? I must have forgotten that.
The courses Professor Anaxa taught were Introduction to Alchemy and History of Mythology. And to be perfectly honest, those two courses were the students' greatest nightmares.
The history of mythology, taught by the blasphemous great performer himself. I can
History of
imagine their
mythology.
fear.
Now that I think about it, students would often rush to the podium during class to challenge him on those blasphemous ideas.
Having a debate? Spontaneous debate? Surprise debate?
May I ask, Lady Aglaia, has your relationship with Professor Anaxa always been like this?
Yes.
He openly dismisses people's faith and questions the very justification of the Flame Chase journey. Our positions have been destined to be at odds. While you were studying there, I assume you must have heard of his nickname.
A Dromus draped in finery?
As
Droma
I see
stripped in
it,
finery.
this nickname is more of an insult to the Dromas. Despite his insufferable arrogance, I do hold a certain respect for his nature as a scholar. To remain true to his principles, he is unafraid to stand opposed to the world, and that requires considerable resolve. Anaxagoras' life is almost like a satire. As a Chrysos heir, he refuses to heed the prophecy, while he disrespects the gods.
The gods have chosen him.
He was indeed chosen by Xerxes.
Specifically.
Is something weighing on you, Cass? The golden thread is quivering. I sense there's more to this exchange than idle chatter.
With all due respect, I'd like to know what you plan to do with him.
In light of his assistance in the battle against the Flame Reaver, I am willing to grant him some time to find a way to remove the core flame. However, if Anaxa decides to make any move that places us in danger, I will not hesitate to take extreme measures.
She's gonna kill him.
Just as I feared.
The Flame Chase journey is the destined path for the Chrysos heirs. Yet he now seems more like an empty shell. Given his strong sense of self-respect, I trust that Anaxagoras will make the right decision.
Still, I can't help but hope for another possibility. Perhaps Anaxa will also overcome his limitations, now that he knows time is limited.
I understand your stance. Let's continue this discussion another time. But now, let's greet our guest. You're here. Does this mean you're ready to take on Orynyx's trial?
No. We are ready, Mem and me. I'm still on the fence.
I understand. It was the sacred beast's idea, after all. However, it warrants careful consideration, given their intricate ties to the Titan.
Thanks to you, I've evolved from a little dog into a sacred beast. Wasn't talking about you.
Surrendering the core flame is a Chrysos heir's duty. Your selfless assistance is deeply appreciated. However, I urge you to carefully consider the risks of accepting the trial. Becoming a demigod means forsaking your humanity. You will inherit Orynyx's divinity and bear the time of Amphorius, all on your own. From that point onward, your fate will be forever intertwined with ours, never to be separated again, until the end of Genesis.
Are you trying to talk me out of it? Is there a plan B? Is there a plan B?
It's exceedingly rare to find a capable Chrysos heir. If this path proves unattainable, I am willing to lower my expectations. There are still many priests of Yanissopolis and their descendants in the city. If I'm left with no other option, I'll try to find someone worthy among them.
Okay. Even though they're not across this area? Seems like a shot in the dark. If I do not descend into hell, who will? Alright, that's it. I'm out. I am out. Don't give up now, Cascade. You come so far, and everyone is counting on you to be the hero. As for the trial, you have nothing to fear. The Time may be willful at times, but they never caused us any harm. Myth has it that Orynyx approaches mortals, but to me, they just seem a bit timid, like a child.
It looks like you know that Titan rather well.
Oddly enough, I don't remember ever meeting them. From the moment I saw Cascade, Arnix's memories were already in my head. Maybe you are Arnix.
Memories that exist outside of your own experiences.
Yeah, she can see
I can't
memories.
explain why, but I can vouch for Mem's words. When I was in the Abyss, I heard the Titan's groans, full of pain and grievances, yet without any ill will.
I trust you all to make the right call. Don't even have any say in this.
Please, Mem.
Trust me on this. At the very least, can you speak with them in person? I get the feeling that if we don't meet Arnix, we'll be missing out on something huge.
Huge.
I trust you to make the right call. Looks like there's no other way.
Since you've made your decision, go back to the bath chamber and get some rest. Trinem will call for you when the ceremony is ready.
I didn't make my decision at all. Bullshit.
It is difficult for me, as the guide, to absolve myself from blame for things to have progressed to this point. Time and again, you have risen to the occasion for Akima. Nearly rewarding you with some honeydew is no longer able to express the extent of our gratitude. When the dust settles, I hope that we'll have the chance to have a long chat regarding your return journey and the curse of the sky. It's about time that we lift the taboo and discuss things openly.
Yeah, can I actually go back to space? I miss my family. Before leaving, I should go and say hi to Castris. Also, what the fuck is Dan Heng? Why is he not here? Anyway.
Miss, may everything go well for you and Mem.
You need that glare for something too?
It's nothing. I only came to discuss some matters with Lady Aglaya. Previously, I lent her an anthology of poems that Lady Trianne had gifted to me. Tracing back, this anthology was something left for Lady Trianne by a bard before their passing. Although
group of
personal
bards that was
properties
escorting
should
her.
be cleared out once their owner has passed on, Lady Trianne gave this book to me since she knew how much I like to read.
Haven't you read it already? Can you tell me more about the book? Is this book very special?
No, it's just an ordinary book. It's definitely not some kind of unique copy. It just contains an allegory. In a faraway land, in a city known as Styxia, a dragon corrupted by the black tide descended one day, swooping upon the city like death itself. It swallowed the princess of the city whole before it was suppressed. After taking down the evil dragon, the warriors discovered that the princess's life had already met its end.
No, I thought it was gonna be more like Narcissus and Kreutz.
Overwhelmed by grief, the queen hired an alchemist to resurrect the princess using the dragon's flesh and blood. However, having lost memories of her previous life, the resurrected princess turned into an evil dragon herself and wreaked havoc on the city.
Oh, very nice.
As a result, the prosperous Styxia met its demise.
What a dark story. What a touching story.
Mem?
Eh? How was it touching?
Mem.
I actually think so too.
Mem?
What?
Mem?
That was the correct option to increase friendship level?
The author of this book is Archepia, a wandering bard who traveled to many cities. Among the things she left behind are poems, dictionaries, and many tragicomedy scripts. She even clearly underlined and took notes in books that covered myths with her elegant handwriting. While flipping through these books, I felt like I was afforded a glimpse into the life of Archepia. It felt just like I was traveling with someone that I'd never met before. It was as if she had yet to pass on and was still alive.
No one goes through life without leaving their mark behind. She probably did not think much of it while she was writing.
That's right. Writing, drawing, and taking photographs. It seems like human nature to try and leave records of things. Speaking of taking photographs, when I was helping you to take the photo previously, I did not look through the photos in your photo stone out of courtesy. But I'm also very curious about the story of the Rosy Celestial Maiden.
Ah, March.
Despite having visited many cities in Amphorius, I still understand nothing about the world beyond the sky. If there is an opportunity...
Isn't that forbidden? It's forbidden knowledge.
Forget it.
There's the Black Tide.
Let's talk about this in the future. For now, I only hope that you'll be able to complete the trial safely and obtain Orynyx's blessing.
It's probably some sort of shitty time puzzle. Probably Bartolo. I don't think there's anything else to do here. Time to go back and talk to Dan Hung.
May you complete the trial safely and obtain Orynyx's blessing.
Fine on. How do you get into our room? Citizens
That's
Assembly.
right. Oh, partner, you're back just in time. This is something that the both of you should probably know.
Some good news? More trouble?
I wouldn't call it trouble. I just think it will be favorable if the both of you understand the situation in Akima better.
Do you remember the Council of Elders that was on our heels previously? It seems like they've made their move.
Some background information for you. The Council of Elders is an authoritative body in Amphorius, made up of different city representatives. They hold legislative power over the Holy City, and are in charge of presiding over the Citizens' Assembly held once every few years.
Okay.
This is the most important social event of Akima. It is highly influential, and can even affect what happens to the Flame Chase journey.
Really? So Glad doesn't actually call the shots?
Despite her vision and wisdom that spans across thousands of years, even she cannot win over the hearts of everyone.
Just kill them all. I've never once passed my sociology class. Perhaps you should retake some exams next time we visit Paperfold University. Tell me more about the Citizens' Assembly.
Every 5 to 10 years, the Council of Elders organizes a Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud.
Oh, we're going there?
During the assembly, the representatives will vote on major issues, such as whether the Chrysos heirs led by Aglaya should still hold the right to govern the Holy City, and whether the Titan's conquest should continue.
Titan's conquest should continue? What? It sounds like some sort of system to balance the heroes and the mortals.
That is correct. However, the problem lies in the fact that there are ill-intentioned extremists in the Council of Elders. They view the Citizens' Assembly as a way to restrain the Chrysos heirs, and hope to take complete control over the Flame Chase journey.
What, and they all become gods themselves?
We can refer to them as the opposition. During the assemblies held in the past 100 years, the voices supporting the opposition have been growing stronger in the shadows. It's only thanks to Aglaya that the Flame Chase journey has been able to continue to this day. The Citizens' Assembly is just around the corner, but this time, there seems to be a new variable to the situation.
Is it us? Is it Mem? Is it Anaxa?
It must be Mem.
Me?
Yeah, you. An interesting train of thought. But the Council of Elders has another target in mind.
I'm afraid that the Council of Elders might want to take advantage of Professor Anaxa.
Anaxa.
Aglaya will surely take back Circe's core flame. But with Anaxa's current condition, it's so unique that nobody knows how taking the core flame away from him will affect him.
You'll probably kill him.
He has always been someone that is only concerned about his own research. I'm certain that he must want to escape from the monitoring of the Golden Thread and protect himself. If the opposition were to offer an olive branch at this time.
Oh, I see. You suspect that he might betray the Flame Chase journey and defect towards the Council of Elders.
Anaxa has never believed in the prophecy, so technically it cannot be considered a betrayal. However, he has taught many Chrysos heirs, and has long been considered an important ally of Akuma. I truly do not wish to see comrades turning on one another.
I have a better understanding of the full picture now. Is there anything that we can do?
As I believe in his character, I plan to plead with Aglaya and try to buy more time for him. Then, the greatest way in which you can help is for you to know what I am fighting for.
We understand. Thank you for being honest with us. Things are piling up again. Cascade and Mem are tied up with Arnix's trial, and while I'm preparing to visit the grove to uncover clues about the world beyond the sky. Why didn't you go last time, you son of a bitch? Let's just take things one step at a time. I just want to rest right now. None of these things seem like they are going to be easy to deal with. I want to
Allow
rest.
me to apologize for the fact that we always seem to be troubling you. I hope that Oryx will show more benevolence and be more accommodating. I remember that they seemed quite fond of you back in the Abyss.
Of course, I'm their master.
Go and rest and regain your strength. We'll meet at the Vortex in a few days. Oh, right. You can read this scroll if you want to find out more about the Council of Elders and the Citizens' Assembly.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. A study of the Citizens' Assembly. Democratic politics has always fascinated citizens of different city-states in Amphorius. When Akuma was first established, its democracy was limited to a privileged minority. However, through ongoing reforms, the Akuman Citizens' Assembly took to the stage, transforming Akuma's governance into a democracy for all, with the Citizens' Assembly made every major decision. Sounds like a hellhole. It's important to note that as the Black Tide draws near and citizens from other city-states join Akuma's political life, the precious rights of Akuma's original citizens are becoming increasingly diluted. Consequently, voices calling for reforms with the Akuman Citizens' Assembly system grew ever louder. Democracy is only one of the consequences of civilization's development, rather than the cause of development. For democracy to be productive, it must appoint different rules for different societies, situations, and issues. No single rule can be optimal for all scenarios. In other words, Akuma's Citizens' Assembly system will continue to evolve as this book is written. Due to time limitations, this publication focuses only on the current Akuman Citizens' Assembly, not its future developments. Readers should bear this limitation in mind. Citizens, citizenship, and citizenship policies of Akuma. Before examining the Akuman Citizens' Assembly operational mechanisms and core functions in depth, we must first address the matter of citizens, citizenship rights, and citizenship policies of Akuma. The elders have once noted that Akuma is a collective of free citizens. Due to the substantial power citizens possess, citizenship qualifications must be strictly regulated to ensure citizens' rights. Discussions on the recognition of naturalized citizens' rights were once the foci of disputations between the leader of the Crossos heirs and the Council of Elders. As more Amphorian city-states fell over time and as the Black Tide drew closer, citizenship rights reforms became imperative. Judging from the final outcome, citizens from all city-states have equal citizenship rights in the Holy City and can have equal participation in public matters. While social differences naturally exist between rich and poor, locals and travelers, the Holy City of Okima would not allow these social distinctions to become political divisions and will ensure complete political equality among all citizens. Operational mechanisms of the Citizens' Assembly. Barring emergencies, Okima's Citizens' Assembly follows strict protocols when it is called. The current Council of Elders, a governmental entity made of representatives of the city-state, post the upcoming Citizens' Assembly agenda and venue, usually dawn cloud in the Holy City, at the Wall of Heroes before each meeting. Usually topics are proposed by Council of Elders members before the Assembly and become official Assembly items after receiving majority Council approval. The Council predetermines which matters to address and when. Once confirmed, the Council Chairman hands over the agenda to the Council of Elders' Assembly Chair, who presides over the meeting. Normally, matters cannot be discussed at the Citizens' Assembly without prior Council review. Council-reviewed matters yield only two outcomes. Either they are already thoroughly discussed and only need citizen votes, or they require citizens to hold debates to reach their final resolutions during the Assembly. Results are tallied using pottery shards blessed with Kefali's runes, with voting dahlia placed throughout Okima during assemblies. After a thorough discussion and voting of all proposals, the Council of Elder posts approved decrees at the Wall of Heroes. Core functions of the Citizens' Assembly. The Assembly wields the important capabilities of legislative power, the appointment of government officials, declaring war, conceding peace, and the actual control of armies during wartime. Yet historically and practically, Okima's Citizens' Assembly isn't fully controlled and directed by citizens, but rather a means to ensure that elites who represent the majority social interest can effectively manage social matters. In other words, the current system where the leader of the Crossos heirs and the Council of Elders jointly manage Okima was decided by the Okiman Citizens Assembly system. Citizens influence policymakers through voting and other means of political participation rather than directly managing social affairs or making political decisions. Appendix. Principal members of the Council of Elders. The Council of Elders is a governmental organization consisting of representatives from the Amphoria city-states. While most are elected by their city-states, some receive direct invitations from the current Council of Elders members. Authorized by the Citizens' Assembly, they manage various practical affairs within Okima. The most renowned honorary member is Lycurgus, an Antikythera, a race that was already nearly extinct before the Crossus War, and had communicated directly with Kefali multiple times during the era Crasia and passed the wishes of mortals to Kefali, showing himself as a true Theros. Lycurgus' neutrality is well noted by all, which explains his frequent selection as a Citizens' Assembly chair. Significantly, Elder Canis has shown great effectiveness in Okima's governance and gathered many followers. Many believe Canis will leverage accumulated resources to challenge the current situation where the Crossus heirs hold real authority and transform Okima's political structure. Oh my god, why'd they do this? Why'd they do that shit? What a fucking waste of time. It's just as I suspected. The troubles afflicting the Flame Chase journey aren't just external issues. The complex internal politics and interpersonal relationships are also exacerbating the problem. Just kill them all. We can't let our guard down yet. We have to find out where we stand in this large, interwoven web. Rest up and prepare to face the trial. Alright. The trial feels like it's just around the corner. I'm starting to feel nervous. It's not that soon. There's still a few more days until then. Don't worry, everything will be fine. I feel like seeing a sitting duck that has been thrown into the deep end. Speaking of which, I don't recall seeing any rubber duck toys in the Battle of Okuma. Seems like they only have these seals. Let's just hope that everything goes well. After all, as someone who has earned the gaze of an ear, should be able to overcome the trial of regional god just fine. They've also unknowingly gotten used to sleeping with the near midday sun shining brightly over our heads. Get some rest, Cascade. Perhaps a new phase of our trailblazing expedition in Amphorius is about to begin. I hope so. Get some rest and wait for the trial. A few days later at the Vortex of Genesis.
Esteemed one, Orynyx's vacant totem awaits.
Change my
You
mind.
have already made your preparations to become a pillar of Amphorius. Please, step forward.
Why would I do this?
Miss, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what I should say to help calm your nerves. Right. Perhaps something like, as long as you can successfully complete this trial, the rest of the flame chase journey will be smooth sailing?
Now what?
No, that sounds a little strange. Don't worry. It won't take up too much of your time. Don't worry. You'll definitely make it back alive?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Sorry. It seems like I've made the mood even heavier. In any case, may everything go your way.
Hey, that's a good one. Hey, Finnan.
Accepting a Titan's trial is a very peculiar experience. I'm afraid that I'm not able to accurately describe it. You can only go and experience it for yourself.
Okay.
I believe that you'll be able to pull it off.
I'm not sure I want to pull it off.
I can still vividly recall when you entered the Vortex of Genesis for the first time. At that time, I could never have imagined that a guest from beyond the sky would shoulder the fate of Amphorius.
Yeah, why can't you shoulder your own damn fate? It's your own world.
Just like during the Trial of Strife, Trinan and Finan will be waiting for you outside. If something unforeseen were to occur, they will intervene in the trial and rescue you. May Kefali bless you.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do the fucking book. Oh well, whatever.
Little Gray and Mem, thank you. Your resolves cannot be questioned. We praise your pure selflessness and courage. May Kefali light your path forward. Get ready to assume Orynyx's divinity, Trailblazer.
I don't even know if it will actually work.
The divine position of Orynyx has already been vacant for some time. We can feel the space of the trial closing. As there isn't much of their soul left, we'll have to complete the ceremony before their soul completely dissipates.
Let's begin. I've long gone used to fighting fires. Fires?
The 8th core flame coveted by the miracle that once belonged to the great Vale of Evernight, Orynyx. It shall now be returned by the 2 elected heroes of the Chrysosairs. A traveler who is upright and courageous, and a sacred beast that invokes miracles.
Is it right that we get 2?
Who?
It's also who for me, not that.
Both of you, please, come forward. Recite along with us. O Majesty of the 12 Titans, Pillars of the World,
Pillars of the world,
we seek
you seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world.
Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy.
How do I know what they were gonna say?
Don't think I have golden blood.
These are just words meant to make the prayer seem more solemn. Please, focus.
Right in the MC talk.
And surrender the core flame.
I lost it. Complete your objective. What's she saying?
Oryx. Their soul has been waiting for a long time.
A long time.
Perhaps they're also quietly waiting for the arrival of their successor.
Wait for my return, my friends. I love you all. I love all of you. Except for you, Agla. That doesn't seem appropriate for the current mood, so let's just leave the farewells for next time.
Don't worry, you're tougher than I am, right?
No. We took both out. Both Dan Hung and me out.
Traveler from beyond the sky, let us pray that the Titan acknowledges your worthiness.
Although she loves cracking jokes at inopportune times, her determination is as strong as the Chrysos heirs. She will definitely succeed. While she's away, I would like to have a chat with you, Aglaya.
Sounds serious. Is it about Nexa?
Speak. I'm listening.
He meant in private? I don't know what you're saying. Mem, translate.
Slap, slap.
Oh, that's what Mem's saying.
Wake up.
Hey, she's talking. She's actually talking. No, Memmy Mem.
How is it? How do you feel?
I don't have to translate anymore. Has a trial begun? How are you able to talk?
Right? I think that it's amazing too. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I have such a cute voice. It must be because of all the memories that I collected. They allowed me to grow beyond expectations. Also, listen. The words of the Titan are becoming clearer.
Mother?
Have I finally reached the end? Are the years of isolation coming to an end?
She calling out for Kafka?
Or next. Oh, how heartbreaking. Ever since the figure draped in the black cloak robbed them of their core flame, they have been relegated to waiting in isolation in such a confined space. We are going to help alleviate their pain, right?
No.
Memories broken.
Well, I've been here before, so let's just go for the meeting.
Where?
Mother? Who are they calling out for?
They're calling out for you. You're the mother. Or maybe Kafka.
You It's you. I remember you. Skyfather has gazed upon you.
Skyfather? You mean Aquila?
Mother is calling for you.
Kafka? I got no signal in here. Does Skyfather refer to Fully? Fully? Remembrance guy? Oh, great. Tine's words are indistinct. Each syllable emerging from the mist seemed to be cloaked in frost, symbolizing memory.
Skyfather has chosen you.
Who is your mother? A majestic voice pierces through the golden mist, reaching the unseen mountain walls in the distance, reflecting and returning to your ears as an echo. Within the echo, you seemingly could make out the cry of a baby. A baby? It's probably abundant.
Mother is no longer responding.
We've come to you because of something important.
Something important. An important matter.
Oryx, listen to me. Aren't you tired? Throughout the long years, you have always been protecting the fate of Amphorius. Each time people draw strength from within their memories, every single ripple falls onto your shoulders. There's no need for you to bear this any longer, Oryx. From today onwards, someone else will bear time on your behalf. This is why we have come.
Freedom. Freedom. I want freedom.
Okay.
Oh, poor child. Everything will be fine. Let us help you. You can have a good rest now.
Leave it to us, Titan. What's troubling you, big fella?
You have potential, strength, willpower, powerful, and tenacious. But you lack something.
Golden blood?
Just one thing.
Lacking something. What is it?
A penis.
What you lack is
A future.
a future.
I don't have a future? That's right, I live in the moment. What? What future?
Future?
Traveler from the sky. You should have dissipated already.
Dissipated.
Gaze from Skyfather. Stabilize your form. Because from the moment you crossed the sky, your life was cast away.
Does that mean Dan Hung's dead too? So he died in the crash.
You are simply a collection of walking memories.
Oh, good day.
What? impossible!
Do you mean that I'm already dead? We didn't survive the crash. Well, we failed.
The space is collapsing.
Quick, go on to Mem.
Someone must inherit the authority of time. If the pillar is lost, the laws of time will collapse. Emborius will succumb to eternal disorder.
Still haven't explained things clearly. What about the trial? Revive me quickly.
Time never compromises, never bears grudges, never forgives, never makes a choice. Child of humanity, Titans, Mother, Sky Father. Time restrains everything that exists in this world.
Okay, she's gone.
Oryx's divinity is dissipating? Is the trial coming to an end?
Yep, that's right.
Strider of remembrance, my strength, I shall entrust it to you.
She's talking about me.
Fate of the world, if you wish to save it, go and find your future that has been stolen. Even if that means you'll have to cheat death.
Thanatos.
You'll have to challenge that. And the shadow clasped with unyielding fingers.
For the passing of 15 entry hours, go forth and reclaim your future. So you got 15 days to live. This is a true trial of time. You're finally awake. I'll keep it simple. You succeeded. Arnix has entrusted you with their divinity. Now you're no different from a demigod of Amphorius. However, Mem has told me about what happened during the trial. They're still explaining things to the others and told me to bring you back to the room to rest. Time must be joking, right? Don't sigh down, huh? So, what's my superpower? For you to be able to say that even now, you're truly impressive. There's something that I've never told you. When we landed on Amphorius, our car was pierced by Nicodor's lance. Do you remember? Back in the ruins of the Abyss, this was what I said. You passed out when our car got hit. I blacked out too, but not before dragging you out. It's a good thing we were in the car, or we would have been crushed to pieces. But we were in the car. Actually, my account kind of made light of the situation. What actually happened was much more complicated. You were severely injured back then, with several wounds still bleeding profusely. I struggled to carry you out and used the last of my strength to stem the bleeding. But then, I was also hit by a falling rock and lost my consciousness. The last time I checked, you still weren't breathing. But when I regained consciousness, I saw that you were alive and full of energy. So I never brought this up again. How exactly did I come back to life? So you were knocked unconscious by a rock? That's beside the point. Should have brought a healer along. I'm not sure whether the gaze of Fully has anything to do with this matter, but according to the Titan, you are living in the form of a memory right now, just like those objects of the past in the miracles of Arnix. Perhaps Mem is the anchor rope that ties you to the present. I'd assumed they couldn't stray too far from you, but the truth might be the exact opposite. What should we do next? Cry for me. Stellaron, do something! It's not time for us to despair yet. There must be a way to save you. Our Nyx mentioned finding your stolen future and cheating death. Considering Mighty's indestructible body, it seems to suggest that there is some kind of miraculous power in Emphorius that can even reverse death. Am I gonna have to be thrown off the fucking cliff again as well? The key seems to lie with the Hand of Shadow, whose whereabouts are unknown.
Hey, are you alright?
Now I'm dead.
I heard you two talking about Thanatos. Cass is also very concerned about the warning. She has left the vortex and returned to the garden. Shall we go and look for her? Thanatos is the Titan that Cass has always been looking for. Regardless of whether there are any clues, there's probably no one else that understands death better than her.
Oh, so that's why when we caught Cass, we didn't die. Except the other time when we walked into Cass, then we died. It's a bit weird, but whatever. Let's do that then, Cascade.
Oh, right. There's something that I have to tell you. The Chrysosaurs already know everything that has happened to you. I was too worried, so I told them everything. Please don't hate me, okay?
I hate you. Let's do that then, Cascade. Alright. You notice the resolute yet gentle look on Dan Heng's eyes. He doesn't want to burden you with his worries in words. You really understand. His trust in you transcends words. As he once said, it's not the time for sorrow yet. Next, he will go to the grove to check out the situation, while you should be looking for Castorus with Mem.
Miss, I'm right here.
You hear soft steps coming closer, one step at a time.
Please stay there and slowly turn around.
Slowly turn around. For some reason you feel you have seen this scene before. I don't remember. You want to turn your head, but you glimpse a dash of purple brushing past your face. Then a chill seeps through your skin, spreading into your veins. Thump thump, your heartbeat begins to slow. This moment I just want to close my eyes. Remembering the near-death experience, gotta stay on guard. Spin around immediately and give Castorus a scare. Yeah, that's right. In a blink of an eye, time seems to have frozen beneath that cold sensation, and you just happen to close your eyes.
Please pardon me.
A subtle fragrance of unnamed flower fills your senses, its sweetness making you forget the need to breathe. You realize you are still alive. No, to be more precise, your death was not thorough. The coldness of the initial touch disappears as quickly as it came, and replacing it is the touch of fingertips and a tremble born of trepidation that originated from a certain lanky arm. Her quivering finger gently brushed against your cheek, causing a faint tickle. Okay.
Just as I expected. I cannot feel anything.
Castorus, you're shaking. Am I really dead? You're invading my personal space. That's right.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to verify once again. Back at the Grove, I was puzzled as to why you were not affected by my curse. I thought that it might have been the special ability of a traveler from beyond the sky. Never did I expect that this would be the true reason. I'm sorry. I should have noticed that something was amiss earlier. Miss, if my abrupt behavior just now offended you, I hope that you can forgive me.
Not unless you buy me some snacks.
I'm just thinking, if your soul has really left your body, as a mortician, I might be able to trace where it has gone to.
It's probably going back to the Star Rail.
Cass, did you find anything?
My apologies. Not as of yet. Perhaps I have overestimated my capabilities. But, Miss, would you be willing to let me try again? This time, I'll increase the area of contact slightly. Perhaps the result might be different this time.
Area of contact? What you plan on touching? Agreed, there's no harm in trying again. Refuse, I think I'll pass.
I have never touched the living in this way before.
No boy.
If my actions are in any way disrespectful, I hope that you can forgive me.
Castress once again places her palm on your face. Her shivers calm somewhat this time.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yes. Yes.
I don't even fucking know. What the fuck was that? Okay. Did you discover something? You scared me.
I seem to have caught a glimpse of something. Your soul is currently roaming someplace and cannot find a way to escape. But perhaps it might not be a bad thing. If your soul is still wandering around, it means that we still have time. We have a chance to find it before the fingers of Thanatos sweep everything away. Clues. Just a few more. I need more guidance. Ah. The connection has been severed. With my strength, I'm not able to trace it.
Oh, maybe we'll need
It
to
was
ask
me.
Alexa.
I was a little too hasty. Don't worry, miss. Although we currently have no leads, I will do my best to search for the whereabouts of Thanatos, bring back their core flame, and personally return to you the life that you have lost too soon. I know that I'm lacking in confidence, but I hope that you can keep this promise of mine in mind. Before I manage to deliver on this promise, please do your best to hang on. Amphorius needs you.
Just Amphorius? I'll do my best. So what now? Live on bravely. I understand.
Lady Aglaya and Lord Finon are currently discussing some matters in the paths. They're worried about you too.
I know
If
what the
possible,
reference is.
Please go there and
I
let
just
them
don't
know
care.
that you're well. Although, I don't actually know whether your current situation can be described as well. Also, please accept this Styxian fable. Reading can help one to focus and relax.
And then the poetry.
I hope that reading this can help tide you through this difficult period.
Species are disappearing.
Fine, I'll read it. A collection of fables passed down from the city-state of dragons and waves, Styxia, compiled by the bardess Archipia. The copy is gifted to Castress by Trian. A dragon and a princess. When the dragon's wings first swept across Styxia like waves crashing against the rocks, all from the poor to the rich, from the curious to the fearful, looked up in awe. Dragon, dragon, why are you silent and sorrowful? The princess climbed to the high tower where the dragon made its nest, gently stroking his forehead with pity. Dragon's wings revealed decaying flesh. Blackened pus poured from within. The distant black tide had transformed it into a monster. It opened its mouth and swallowed the compassionate princess whole. A great disgrace, we must avenge her. The archers with silver bows and blacksmiths with hammers gathered 700 warriors, sweeping to cut open the dragon's belly and rescue the princess. It was a fierce battle. Stones shattered, columns fell until the dragon was riddled with countless bone-exposing wounds, bled black blood, and perished. The princess pulled from the dragon's belly was already lifeless. My child, born of my flesh and blood, how could I allow you to perish before me? The grieving queen summoned the kingdom's most precious treasure and called upon an alchemist. In the higher tower, the alchemist said a ritual, drawing the dragon's bones and gathering its soul, hoping to reshape the scattered flesh of the dragon into the reborn form of the princess. But how could the corrupted flesh of darkness give birth to a pure white flower? The princess, resurrected from death, extended her claws and unfurled her massive bony wings, and devoured every last soul of the city. As the evil dragon's wings finally cast the shadow of death over Styxia, none, be they poor, rich, weeping, or trembling, could resist its grasp. Styxia, once a land of treasured glory, your people, until their last breath, refused to blame you, refused to blame the loving queen, the valiant centurion, the wise mage, or the kind princess, only lamenting the inevitable and unstoppable Black Death that sealed their fate. Lycopia's notes, "Oh, this story holds great value. This is true, then it was the evil dragon that brought death to Styxia. But where's the dragon now? The one who once took the form of the princess?" Meant to be Thanatos? And this Princess Castris?
Lady Aglaya and Lord Finon are currently discussing some matters in the paths. They're worried about you too. If possible, please go there and let them know that you're well. Although, I don't actually know whether your current situation can be described as well.
Well enough. Well. Hello, Trian. Brave girl across the myriad passages eventually stopped here. They all have lost their way in the long path of fate, meet again at the end of the west wind where flowers bloom in spring. Greetings, the scenery here is beautiful and the air is refreshing. I love it here. Do you want to live here forever? Or do you want to keep journeying? The spiritual flame burns quietly and does not answer. If you offer substance to the fire, you might have a glimpse of the future. Tell me your story. Generous created this land and placed a tiny little me among it. What was the purpose? Will I be a part of the magnificent prophecy? The land does not answer, and it only repays with harvest. What I get from this? You must know so the theory you wish to taste the fruit. Have some rice. Can this really be planted? Can you even tell you're eating fruit or seed? It's definitely not a fruit. An actual seed. A good seed. Take it. It's the fruit you deserve. Curious embers. Philosopher. Well, I have all the embers, I think. That's what the Chivo's supposed to be, right? Let's see. Find all the living flames. Yeah, there we go. Done it. Hello, I'm not dead. Well, I'm dead, but
That partner!
not that dead.
Hyacinth said you definitely wake up. How do you feel?
Dead. So the entire world knows about this now. She can even take the pulse of someone who's dead. It's quite cool being a departed spirit.
Well, at least you look no different from the living. I think that most living people don't even look as good as you do.
Oh.
You've completed the trial of time.
He's flirting.
And I have to admit that the process went better than I expected.
we
Even
just
in
talked.
the end, that Titan's heart still showed a soft spot for humankind.
Just for me.
However, I never expected that. Two people who have cheated death would appear in Akima at the same time.
Same time,
That's what we have been talking about.
Anaxa.
Mighty has been in Akima for such a long time, but has no one thought to study his indestructible body?
Talking
If there
about
were
Mighty.
even any minor breakthroughs, we wouldn't be as clueless as we are right now.
Many have had this idea, but so far, there have been no results. If it were successful, Thanatos wouldn't have disappeared without a trace. Nevertheless, now is not the time for us to give up. At the
Time.
very least, we can still see a glimmer of hope. Cypher,
Cypher, that's the.
if anyone in this world knows the whereabouts of death, it would be her.
Why didn't you look for her
I'll
sooner?
try and get her to return to Akima, but do be prepared for a less than ideal outcome. Please understand that throughout the history of Amphorius, no one has ever managed to escape the clutches of death. At the end of time,
Time again.
Thanatos silently awaits all.
Thank you for your help. Is this supposed to be comforting?
Don't take it to heart, partner. After all, you've already created countless miracles along the way, right?
But before that, just...
What's wrong, Aglaya?
Omens always come in pairs. A tiny air current will eventually brew into a storm that tears the sky apart. It's Anaxagoras. He has initiated contact with the Council of Elders.
Oh, I see.
In the end, it has still come down to this.
I earnestly hope that your assessment of him is accurate, Finan. Otherwise, the efforts of my teacher and I over the past millennium might be reduced to dust because of that great performer.
Fantastic. Switching to Anaxa's point of view. Not long ago. I might get Anaxa too.
I'm back here again. I remember this dream. This realm is covered in a silk-like fog, and the land is barren and harsh. The crowd of travelers leaves tracks everywhere.
Hey! Excuse me! What is this place? Where in Amphorius are we?
Fantastic.
The mutters of the traveler are in a language I'm unable to comprehend. Or perhaps they're just distracted and ignored my question.
The dead wandering souls.
Tell me, which Titan reigns over this land? And how do I find them?
Hand of Shadow.
Hand of Shadow Thanatos.
Yes.
Could this possibly be the Netherrealm?
Indeed it is. Might find my soul here.
Netherrealm.
Not Netherrealm. Then what?
Then where is this? River of Souls? The outskirts of the Netherrealm? Are you heading downstream toward the Netherrealm?
This is Amphorius. This is
The Netherrealm. Nothing but an illusion. Titan rejects you, me.
the Titan rejects souls.
Listen.
What? The traveler lifts their wrinkled fingers and remains silent. I look in the direction they are pointing and listen closely.
It's good. They actually have a narrator.
A massive shadow brought the sound of rushing tides. The sound of tides. I can
black
hear
tide.
it. I hear it deep within the tides, beyond the closed gates of the void world. A voice about to recount something.
Child of humanity,
Cersei's.
is it death's embrace you yearn for with such urgency? Oh, you have awoken. Welcome back to the mortal realm. Your consciousness is dissipating much faster than I expected. Ultimately, it seems like the Titan's core flame is incompatible with a mortal body.
How much longer can my consciousness remain in the mortal realm?
In my estimation, at best, you'll see 15 more entry hours.
15 more as well. Same as me.
15 days and nights.
What is it? Are you finally starting to become attached to the mortal world now?
I just like the challenge.
On the contrary, 15 days feels a little too long for solving a singular problem.
Oh, it's too easy. Too easy for me.
Stop giggling. It's time for us to go. The messenger from the Council of Elders is almost here.
Let me ask you one more question. Are you really planning to betray Aglaya's will?
And of course.
What betrayal is there to speak of when I was never loyal to her to begin with?
Oh yeah, that's true. That's what Fanon said.
What about that white-haired student of yours? Acting so recklessly, do you not care about what might happen to him?
There will be a price to pay for blind faith. This is also a lesson for Finan.
Yes.
You truly are a strict teacher.
Of course. This is how I've always been.
Erudition. Add.
Looks like it's not a bad time for a performance.
Impaired.
Watch this magic trick.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, Cersei's. Perfect. Take it. Oh, he has a gun. I mean, seeing as I don't have boot heal, this will be perfect.
Watch this magic trick.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Lord Inexagaris.
Is that a robot? Look at these dudes. Ah, they're his entourage. Is that a robot?
It's been a while, Lord Inexagaris.
What the hell is this? Kinda looks like Harmony.
I greet you on behalf of all the citizens of Akima and express my deepest regret about what happened at the Grove of Epiphany.
What strange contraption is
I
that?
never expected that you would personally come and meet me.
By carefully into lantern above, I have come as a testament to the justice of the Council of Elders.
It
There
does
are
sound old.
Antikytherans here? They have been a rare sight ever since the Chrysos War.
Oh, so they're Antikytherans.
I extend to you my utmost respect, revered Titan. I am Lycurgus, though you may call me Lygus, holding an honorary position within the Council of Elders in
Oh yeah, I read about him.
And as the
Completely forgot
Theoros,
while I
I
was reading,
stand
but
to protect the right of all upright citizens to express themselves freely.
why you sound so sinister?
You can see them too?
You know about us. We Antikytherans perceive the world through the amplitude and frequency of souls.
Just say sound.
Just as I am conscious that Lady Aglaya is secretly listening in on our private meeting from afar, if necessary, Lord Anaxagoras, I can sever the golden thread to protect your fundamental rights.
You can do it any time? Why
The
didn't
demigod
they
should
do it
know
already?
better, for such is her station. Spare those poor threads, and just let her listen to my words. They shall serve only to unveil her own folly.
May I interpret this as you having a countermeasure?
No, as in he doesn't care.
I need not any plan, because she can do nothing other than petty espionage. As the Citizens' Assembly approaches, and with Orynyx's fall, any attempt to capture the core flame within me will only usher chaos and calamity. A truth she undoubtedly comprehends. While I, Anaxagoras, serving as the Grove's special envoy to Akima's Citizens' Assembly, have long known the extent of your abilities. Let's forego the formality of asserting authority, Lord Lygus. Lead the way.
Very well. Surely Lady Kindness would appreciate such assertiveness in an ally.
Lady Kindness.
She's been waiting. Follow me, please.
And he's very eager. Even though I read about him, I cannot for the life of me remember what the hell I was reading. Just reading a wall of text.
Is there something on your mind, Lord Anaxagoras?
Nothing, really. It's just a question that I contemplate every time before I ascend to Dawncloud. For the Titans, does the falling equate to death?
I'm going to Dawncloud.
Ah, a pondering truly deep. Time is on our side. Do you mind sharing your reflections with me?
While all living beings must ultimately face their demise, Kefali has yet to meet theirs. Their journey continues unhurriedly along this long path.
Are you suggesting that Kefali may not have truly passed?
Yes. For dying implies an ongoing process, an action, whereas death signifies a static state, a definitive termination.
Well, yeah, that's
in contrast to
present
mortals,
tense and
Titans exist on
tense.
a grander scale of space and time, thus elongating their passage into death. The notion of their fall is but a misinterpretation born of mortal ignorance.
Ah, An intriguing concept, albeit challenging to substantiate. After all, Kefali has maintained a profound silence ever since the era Arasa, while scholars and priests alike have conveyed the message of the gods' imminent fall.
I just didn't feel like talking.
Perhaps the gods, in their arrogance, deemed it beneath them to reveal their perspectives to mortals.
Could you elaborate on your statement?
Circes, the kin of the Sky Father as recounted in myths, now resides within my brain. Were I to inquire, Kefali would have no cause to refuse.
I can just talk to him right now.
That very well could be true. But what if the world-bearing Titan still chooses to remain silent?
And maybe it doesn't like Circes as well.
In that case, the myths crafted by the people of Amphorius are nothing more than pitiful jests.
It's worth a try. I believe, and I'd love to witness the fruits of your theory and the change it may bring to this imperiled world. Because I completely concur with you on this aspect. If the Titan has indeed met their end, any response from them would be impossible.
That sounds like Caribear's father. Is that how they ascend to Dawn?
Please, Professor.
The children of humanity have indeed created a spectacle.
Welcome to Dawn Cloud. The atmosphere here carries a greater sense of solemnity than the mundane clamor of the Marmorial Palace, with entry permitted only to the invited. Only esteemed beings grace this place, and among them I've received priests, scholars, warriors, and now we even have the honor to be in the presence of a Titan. Oh, what a joyous occasion.
I wonder if this place was also attacked.
Once deemed a blasphemer, now a surrogate for revered divinity. The honor should rightfully be mine, shouldn't it?
I'll notify Kindness and the others of your arrival. Kindly wait for a moment. A soldier will be here to guide you shortly. In the meanwhile, you're welcome to explore the vicinity, but kindly remain within the guard's view. Delaying the crucial meeting is something none of us wish to see, I presume.
Uh-huh.
I'm well aware of Kindness's methods. There's no need to emphasize that.
As you wish. Your cooperation is much appreciated.
Showing a lot of trust here, huh, pal?
Alas, I had hoped for a brilliant plan from you, but it turns out you just left one cage to enter another.
At least this cage looks better.
Save your concerns. I know very well what I'm doing.
I shall depart to explore the surroundings then.
Don't wander off too far.
Now that I look around, I wonder if there are any murals bearing my portrait around here. I'm quite intrigued to see how the children of humanity beyond the grove perceive another Titan.
They just pick
Off
the
you
tree.
go. I won't be joining you. This Titan appears to be quite at ease. I should investigate the Council of Elders' recent activities first.
I should read your thoughts.
Be aware. I can hear you perfectly well from here.
Indeed. It just in his mind. Why are there so many people here? Invitation my ass, why are there so many people here? They're just coming and going. Citizens Assembly of Okima. Quiet citizen, know where you stand. The Citizens Assembly, the beacon of public opinion, a crucible where truth is forged. The falls cleanse away delirious dregs, while reason sharpens through the tempering of debates. So I'm wondering if that hand, was that actually the hell is this? Was that actually carefully? I guess I should interact with it. The golden liquid within the holy candle flows steadily, as if measuring the very passage of time. Oh, I can't actually do anything? I guess not. Then the holy candle rises and falls while the surrounding plants seem to sway gently in response to its rhythm. Oh well, whatever.
Even blasphemous scholars can come here, it seems.
Why isn't
Looks like my presence here is quite unwelcome.
Catch. Human, pour your sorrows and troubles out to me. I cannot resolve them. But I'll keep blessing you quietly, always and forever. Of course. Too easy.
Go melt it down.
Melt it down? Oh yeah, they're pretty useless. Hello, Wisen Priest.
Anaxagoras. I thought that you had died to the Black Tide, just like the other scholars.
Bad-mouthing the other scholars.
As Kephales's priest, are you not aware of the decorum of respecting the dead?
Surely you jest. You blasphemous heretics are not worthy of respect from the Supreme Being.
Who's the Supreme Being?
Let me remind you that you're currently in Dawn Cloud, so you'd better keep your deranged language to yourself. I am no longer that altar servant from years ago, who could only acquiesce to the commands of others. Now, I have plenty of ways to deal with people like you.
Oh, really rose through the ranks.
I'm not sure whether I should laugh or cry right now. I can't believe that a follower such as you could have been made by a creation titan. As I see it, a dead titan can't provide you with this level of confidence, right? Then who is it exactly? Could it be kindness?
You. Seeing how fond of you Elder Kindness is, I shall let that slide for now. Leave immediately, and don't impede us from receiving the Supreme Being's blessings.
Seeing as we were able to hear of this matter from the mouths of others, it seems that Kindness is indeed quite sincere toward us. Perhaps this affair will proceed smoother than I had anticipated.
Oh my, what a thrilling confrontation. As expected of one of Kephales's followers.
Are you praising or insulting him?
Praising him, of course. As a believer of the God of Deliverance, it is only natural that he detests evil.
God of Deliverance.
Didn't you hear me? I asked you to leave. Go as far away from here as possible. Don't mutter to yourself like some sort of madman and disturb my meditation.
So Kephale is supposed to be the God of Deliverance. Piece of shit. Speak like that again. Huh? Little bitch. Oh, what's this? Gargantuan sandbox. Hello, Varix Leo. Oh, let's see who's coming to visit my majestic self again. A warrior from Outlands. There's Book of Leonis, I... Miss Circes, allow me to test you with a stumper. We shall see how your grasp of intellect fares. Can you test my friends? No, I once roamed through Castrum Krumnos, where I held martial honor in high regard and only recognized the outcome of one-on-one duels. Seeking outside help is no sign of wisdom. It's something that could get you scolded by the teacher, like a piece of chalk being thrown your way. Alright, let's do this. Roar, listen closely. It's well known that Alchemy is home to many delightful creatures, but which one is the most beloved by the citizens? Never turn away genuine praise. Warrior from Outlands, boldly speak your answer. Of course. Howling Chimera, a little bumping seal. The drummers could be a good choice. I like Mem the most. A lion who loves riddles? Yes, yes. The creature most beloved by the citizens of Alchemy is, of course, this very lion. There are two ways to approach this riddle. First, as a citizen skilled in socializing, one must know the perfect moment to compliment others during conversation. That's the true art of chatting. As for the second reason, well, I have been adorable since childhood. Of course. How did I know that was the answer?
Professor Anaxa! Over here!
Ignore. Ignore. Chest.
I suppose I can just ignore this.
Oh, this is so complicated. What's so complicated? Oh, Dawn Cloud, such a complex place. Luckily the winds here aren't too strong, so my flames can burn peacefully.
Speaking of which, I've heard a question earlier and couldn't come up with a good answer after thinking about it for a while. An elder, a priest, a wealthy merchant, and a crosshair are trapped in the same ruins. They all want to get out alive, so they all want to give orders to others. The elder says they represent the people, the priest says they represent the titans. The merchant claims to have a lot of balance coins in the city, and the crosshair is mighty strong, so who among these four are likely to have the final say? It's the merchant. Oh, so money is the best motivator. If the merchant is willing to share their wealth, everyone will follow their lead. Indeed, as they say, money makes the world go round. People might even do bad things for money, but if the merchant only gave up their wealth because they were forced to, how should we do that? What a complicated question. I'll stop bothering you now. Don't mind rest, burn for a while longer. Okay. No. No. So easy.
Go melt it down.
Agreed. Oh, there it is. You're not a moth. Get out of there. Moths are always drawn to light, but diving straight into the fire is not wise. Dreams should be pursued step by step. I push your flame a little more each day. After 100 days, you won't feel you're standing in it, Buzz. Today's training ends here. The rest will wait for tomorrow, Buzz. Buzz? Buzz? Beauty within a box. Hello. Oh, let's see who's come to visit my majestic self again. A warrior from out. What the fuck? Miss Susie, allow me to test me with a stumper. Allow you to test me with a stumper. This shall see how grasp on intellect fares. And you just get it wrong. Every word I speak is carefully considered. Deliberate response. There's no room for error. Man truly devoted to wisdom would never miss an opportunity to sharpen his mind. Don't let stereotypes fool you. Unlike those who rely on tricky riddles to test others, I'm nothing like that. Let me put you to the test. Roar. I wonder what kind of question the warrior from Outlands will ask. This will be interesting. Now let me ask you. Who is the wisest of all in all of Amphorius? Who is the bravest of all in Amphorius? Who is the most beautiful in all of Amphorius? Who is the strongest of all in Amphorius? Who's the beautifulest? It's you, of course. You are, without a doubt, the most beautiful person in all of Amphorius. The warrior from the Outlands, are you perhaps lacking in confidence? To me, you're worthy of every noble title in the world. I'm famous for speaking with utmost care, and would never offer flattery lightly. But your remarkable qualities shine so brightly I cannot help but praise you. Oh my god, you're right! Your words are music to my ears. Where'd you learn to speak so eloquently? Oh, surely the warrior from the Outlands hasn't grown tired of hearing this by now? Here in Dawn the speech platform is overflowing with grandiose, hollow praise. Alright. Hello, young scribe. That's your real name?
Professor Anaxa? Word has it that the scholars of the Grove valiantly perished resisting the Black Tide. To find you here safe and sound, thank the fates.
Others cannot say the same.
You could say it's the fates toying with us.
It's only the Crimnoans and Idonians who chase glory through death. But your survival is a victory in itself. I'd settle for that gladly. So, are you here to report the incident to the Council? I heard that after the Black Tide devoured the Grove, Akuma would be next in line, even with the demigod of strife standing alongside humankind.
Tell me, how much does the Council of Elders know about the Black Tide?
Once Kindness and her followers learned of Circe's and Orynyx's fall, They proclaimed in the council that the Flame Chasers could no longer stand against the calamity alone.
Alone? What they plan to do?
Yet, when the Crown Prince ascended to godhood and repelled the Black Tide, she immediately altered her tune, declaring that all was resolved beyond Akama, with the only remaining menace now being Aglaya and her adherents. They might well make their move at the upcoming Citizens' Assembly.
No surprises there, those shifty opportunists. Thank you for your honesty, virtuous student.
Yes.
Being an opportunist
Getting extra
could
credits.
very well be a facet of wisdom.
Shouldn't you be searching for murals of yourself? I've had enough of your prattling.
Yeah. Thought you were leaving me
I
alone.
was really curious to see how you would find the middle ground between both factions, so I came to listen in. But it seems as though this kindness is much more ruthless than Aglaya. If so, why do you want to work with her? Could it be that perhaps you've decided to readily surrender this hollow shell of yours? Just because you feel like death is fast approaching?
I'm afraid you'll be sorely disappointed if that's what you truly think. I've had enough of this. Could the 15th entry hour arrive any faster?
Look at here. That's the Dawn device, and then they got fire, and then they worship fire. I'm not sure how they got fire, but whatever. This is another mural. The Dawn device up in the air. Giant hands, probably Kefali's hands. There's people giving tribute to this thingy. Aquila's eyes, it's asleep there. And that pyramids. Sure. Offering tribute to this candle. People going towards offering tribute to Yanis, I believe. And there's the Kremnoans, I guess. The warriors and the giants. And that's where the sunlight. That's Quilla's eyes open. Giants all came here. I'm not sure what they're doing. They look like they're constructing. They could also be deconstructing for all I know. There's Cersei's. Offering wisdom to Cersei's or something. I'm not sure. There's Aquila. People praying to Aquila. Julio. You know, like the holes in the roofs. It's just gonna rain. I guess they got plants here, so it'll be fine. Hopefully it doesn't rain on the other places. What I noticed about the architecture, they just have like open roofs just in the middle. He's doing like a what's it called? Terminator. Anyway, I'm installing because I'm saving it for next stream. Yeah. Anyway.
It's still early. Where to now?
Yeah, I'll do it next time. Next time, yes. Next stream. Should I write in the book? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's write in the book. I have time enough to write some shit in the book. Some shit. Hopefully it's not too much. 2. Ah, 2. 2 is fine. I only got 1. What's this? Can't quite tell. It's upside down. Oh, this, Anaxa, Chorus. As I've written. Demise Scholar. Anaxagoras. Let the divine name dim. Before meeting death, the scholar already composed his own epitaph.
This person's name was seldom mentioned by others. Incomplete, just like his fate.
He would sweep his own grave at the beginning of every month of reaping, staring long and hard at his stained hands. Hands that never seek the benediction of gods, accepting only the tricks and plots his brain presents.
Keep your distance from that blasphemous one, lest misfortune follows you like a shadow.
People warned each other thus before his lectern. In those rumors, the scholar's hubris looms foul and vile. He dares to proclaim ascendancy over gods and defy the Titan's will. But the one shouldering such slander pays little heed. His lonesome figure stands aloof, for he always believed that gods are no greater than mortal beings such as he. He's a non-believer. Ooh. Grove of Epiphany, the paradise of the wise, yet harbors one shouldering the name of a fool. He calls himself a clear-headed teacher leading lost students, yet he rarely guides or teaches, apart from gifting a single saying. Yet for the rest of the student's life, that saying often proves to be more valuable than gold. Buy low, sell high. Pupils often praise his words as divine utterances, to which the teacher replies with sharp retort. Apart from destiny, he seems able to decipher all laws. Decipher? And now, even destiny may also be within his grasp. It was not so in the beginning, as he silently recalls the past under leafy shade.
Faced with the god's edict, even I cannot resist.
With no guidance given, he reaches enlightenment for the first time.
Yet, I sincerely believe this is not to be my destiny.
That became the cause of the blasphemy.
Miracles are the most conceited actions of gods. They are God's denial of humanity via might. Magic tricks are the most articulate rebuttal. They are humanity's imitation of godhood via intellect.
Oh, that's why it says magic trick. He habitually describes the feats of mankind as magic tricks, proving that the enlightened can step beyond the boundaries of reason. But magic tricks cannot afford to fail, even after 1,000,000 times, and for that the blasphemous co-conspires with God. Using the final trick, they wish to create a miracle to end all miracles.
Wow, is this the story of the new companion? That one who looks like a scholar of some kind? Looks like a pirate. Magical girl, boy. Hey, don't judge based on appearance, and I just remembered that one is a magician. On the topic of Flame Chase journey, he always seemed opposed, perhaps because he didn't believe in the prophecy. Everything in this world is false except me. Time for a quiz, Cascade. What do you think is the relationship between Anaxa and us? Kindred spirits, arch enemies, teacher and students, meal buddies. Meal buddies. Are you hungry or something, Cascade? Though the ideologies are completely different when it comes to stubbornness, he's strikingly similar to the other heroes. Aglaya permits the Crassus heirs to study under Anaxa. A good rival is a good friend. Everyone probably can agree on that, at least. Yeah, but we're different, Cascade. We're the best partners when we work together.
Right, sure. You. Ah, his visage comes to view. Now let's do a tribute since, Trian died. So they can get a third one as well. Long separation. What's this? Oh, wait. You shall part with your friends, with your enemies, with others, and with yourself. Trebios, you have already swallowed the fruit of fate. From now on you shall be as a school of birds without feet, flying toward tomorrow without a moment of repose. The Crassus War's clamor rises and falls, and when the children reunite, only 3 of them remain.
We have heard of a Chrysos heir.
The lively child says. That person tears open the barricade of the black tide, aims at the sky, wanting to contain the core flame in a sheath.
There will always be warriors like me, who believe in and are willing to protect the tomorrow they prophesize.
But the crusading Crassus heir never returns. The greedy ones then lift the crown with sharp blades, and by Powell's lethality, they are one by one slain.
We remember a group of bards.
The taciturn child says. The bards compose songs for the children's prophecy, and along the corpus of the pillar of stone lay their footprints upon which ballads are carved.
Though we lack the might of swords and shields, we can take you to walk every part of this world.
Till many years later, when the bards all return to their subterranean eternal rest, the children sing long, long songs, and alone they bear memories of humanity.
We miss us.
The exuberant child says. When they left their home, the passages blew the girl apart into countless turbulent bubbles, carried to all corners of the world on the winds of destiny.
We will run towards the world's agony.
Their children cheer each other up. As the years pass and the sun and moon rise and fall, the children often hear sounds of their friends shattering. Farewell, farewell, farewell. The children who still walk the earth silently hide their wrenching sobs. Upon the hills of Akuma once grew golden figs as far as the eye could see. The remaining children link their hands and decide to make this beautiful city the beginning of yet another journey. The children pull out on the hem of the maiden's dress.
Please, listen to the prophecy we bring.
The maiden pulls on her silken threads, weaving in her heart the children's past into strings. Well, is that supposed to be a glare?
Chase the core flames with me. I promise that.
The libations poured are guaranteed to bear fruit. The hot blood... something. The gentle mother silently dreams and brings to her child a scent from the west wind's shore. Then she quietly departs, and the only words her child hears is a prophecy of forlorn melancholy. The slumber of titans, the fragmented lullaby, the roar of the gods, all merge into a torrential black tide that carries the first demigod from the past to the future. And that was the beginning of this long dream. In this tiny room, she forged 20 years of her memories with time. Sometimes a child does not understand. The gates of worlds outside the window are so numerous, yet why can we not step within? If one cannot leave the tower, what need is there to gaze into the distance via tomes? The mother smiles and does not answer, only using bedtime stories to once again gild another golden sheen of destiny to the amphorius of the child's dreams. Alas, the golden light of destiny cannot illuminate the shadows of power and greed. All it takes to rob the child of her only kin is a letter of dark conspiracy. The culprit thought the murder has no flaws, but was unaware that the lamb willingly stepped into the passage's dead end. Before the priest met her demise, the only thing her eyes contained was spite. Spite? Yet she leaves her final warmth and hope embroidered into those dolls, leaving them behind for her innocent love. The mother. The rose myrtle. Loneliness stakes nightmares into the child's sleep, and the child hugs those dolls tight.
At the very least, we will never leave each other, right?
Aronix softly sighs, and carefully lifts the curtain of time, presenting a crystal given in libation to the brave, before the doll holding a blade. The Titan loves this child born into sorrow, but has no power to erase impeding tragedy in the morrow. Only can they dispel the evening wind of the palace, giving the child solace in sweet dreams. Turn back, chosen one. The Titan's fading proclamation cannot pull back the string of the girl's destiny.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle.
In the holy city adorned with falling flowers, the children recall that prophecy, beside their friend that has passed away. But the girl has already crossed through the thousands of crossroads and continues to sail toward tomorrow. For that bright spot beyond it, west wind, bloom and spring. Yeah, sure. Had to speed read that shit. That thing's complete. You know what, we'll finish off. Mighty. Confirm. Oh, 3. The day the line went on campaign. None may approach that battlefield, the lone army of Kremnos, an obstacle on the flame chase journey. He ordered his troops to stand aside. That was the first meeting between hero and prince. The two men fought for 10 nights unceasingly, till the combat drew to its end. Oh, they had a duel. Neither was able to score a single victory, and conceded not a single defeat. None know why this man's fate is always overshadowed by a single number decreed, just like how none can ascertain how the flame-chasing heroes convinced this man. It was not mutual appreciation, nay, for in his memory 7 sentences were all his mother to him ever spake. Yet somehow that leader who weaves the golden threads recounted one of the 7 with ease. There is no right or wrong in the man's heart.
The lion has its own historian. And the history of the hunt should not be held by the hunter alone.
And thus he speaks little. Others once guessed, he regards the holy city as his home, for he seeks a land to belong. As a king to his people, it is the first gift to them he brings, but as per the rule with gifts, once given away, the gifter will never repossess this thing. The journey is long, yet none ever dares to anger the man. Not because of his unrestrained manners, but because every meal the heroes partook were all cooked by his peerless skill. One sight serves falsehoods in the woods, has relied on scent since young to distinguish guests and obtain gains. Yet there are always exceptions. The man's archenemy often puzzled, why their food always borderline nauseating. He still recalls the day he entered the holy city. One who worships strife is bound to have rumors rife.
Even insects consume each other, and he's no less than the Mad King's kin.
It matters little, for the man always considered himself an enemy to the world. He paves the road so that one day his peers would match his anger within. Yet until the prophecy returned true, none of the holy city he ever did ruin. Curtain of swords and weave. A solo lyre sound flows along the streets.
Lover, why does your mood change faster than the clouds above?
The audience's face is covered in sorrow.
Oh, how I wish she has clear eyes that are quick to anger and laughter, and dimples that crease in smiles and frowns.
For the maiden he longs for has a body of alabaster and fingers carved by scalpels. In her runs blood of gold and a heart woven from threads. It's talking about the garment maker? She has neither eyes nor dimples, lacking even a face, for she is Aglaia's garment maker, merely a demigod's serf. The gilded dressmaster, the executive of romance. How resplendent would her mansion be above the radiant dawning clouds? Her mansion be above the radiant dawning clouds? Dawn cloud? Nervously, the visitor opens the doors, like parting curtains at a theater. The one with golden thread in hand is revealed, standing betwixt figures of stone.
Lady Aglaia, I am Apollos' retainer, here for an outfit to take to my master.
He casts sideways glances as he bows, but the garment maker he adores is flanking her mistress, silent as a leaf accompanying a flower. Slender hands sculpted of ivory pull up the dress's train, as if with one breath alone the maiden will be revived.
The creation of love and beauty indeed.
As the visitor thinks thus, his thoughts prickle the golden threads in the room.
If you wish to embrace such fantasies,
She declares thus on the other end of the golden thread.
you must beware of the scissors that can pierce through the chest.
What the hell? That's dangerous. In the ancient theater, there are thousands of plays, millions of shows, where even the god of romance was once an actor. The weaver below the stage savors the show for inspiration. The ostracized poet finally returned home. The adoring lovers separated by misfortune. The hero betrayed fires his deadly arrow into the traitor's heart. The thread known as romance is knit by all beings, by all love and hatred, beauty and sin, memories and prophecies. All that occurs, unclothing indeed. Look, the despondent servant buried his love, the dressmaster plucks it up, and into the garment maker's dress she weaves. The elegant garment makers once had beautiful faces, some as knights with swords, some as impassive priests, and put on pantomime after pantomime in the golden thread's light, till the stage shook in the storm, and the black tide tainted the dancers' skirts. She wiped clean their visages, and instilled armaments instead of silk. So they were tainted, so she took away their faces and their dresses, and instead gave them armor and weapons.
Use the needle and thread as your sword.
She requests the servants who cannot answer. The garment makers are elegant still. They turn bloody and stained stone with lithe rondos. Alright. Not like I want to read that, right? Well, anyway.
All these stories are really, really old, but I haven't had enough of them yet. Oh, that reminds me. I forgot to ask you an important question. Cascade, how old are you?
I'm a newborn. As old as the world. I forgot. It doesn't matter.
No way! How'll I know what gift to get you? Can't you just make something up? But I'm so happy the moment I stepped into this world I met you, Cascade. This way every moment of my life will be recorded by you, Cascade. If you ever write a book about me, it'll be a thick one. What is there for us to talk about if I already know everything? My past is crushing weight, shrouded in darkness. There's no way I could remember everything. That'll make me even happier. It means there's so many moments worth treasuring that you can't keep track of them all.
It's probably March 7th. Being reborn as Mem. Out of 8. Okay. Check if there's anything new on the train. I do not want to do that. Stop navigation. Alright. That'll have to do for today. I'll check in with you tomorrow, I guess. Technically I could do another stream today, but rather not. I'll save it for tomorrow. Which is Genshin and Friday Night Gaming. Alright. Beach, I guess. Beach, beach, beach.